Hello, my name is Jason Alea, and I'll be conducting an interview with Claire, and I'm going to be asking a few questions about her time being a cosplayer and all the integral details that goes into all the cosplays and costumes that she has done.
Hi, my name's Claire. I run the Clairvoyantcosplay account on Instagram. I have been cosplaying for 2 years, and I do anything from anime to pop culture to just fun outfits.
What was your introduction to the cosplay community, and how did it get you started into cosplaying characters from other media?
Sure. So the first time I started cosplaying was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, and it was at my local college's library. It was hosted through the Japanese Anime Culture Society club, and I decided that I had seen cosplay around through TikTok or Instagram, and I wanted to try it. So I ordered a costume off of Amazon, used my regular hair, bought a costume for my dog too, and we went to the library to go. We entered the costume contest, and I got beat by my dog. I saw everyone there. I wanted to work on getting my skill up to where they were, because there was one girl with a really cool foam Loki helmet. There were other people who had cosplays, and I decided that I wanted to make this my hobby. And so from that original costume, I am now 5 versions later to my finished product, and it's taken me 2 years to get there. That's where I started, a little small town called Martin in Tennessee.
As for my second question, what has been your favorite part of being able to cosplay in terms of crafting, designing costumes from film and media, etc., television?
My main things that I do is I style wigs and I design makeup for certain characters, but some of the most interesting things about putting one media into real life, like animation, for example, nothing is going to directly translate to clothes. Animation doesn't show you texture, animation doesn't show you how long things are, how they look in the 3D view, and so it's up to the designer or the cosplayer to decide what they think that looks like. And with that, it ends up being very different for each person who designs this, even if it's the same character. I do a lot of wig styling, and I take a lot of creative liberty with my wigs. They're usually the right color and relatively shaped, but it's really important to me to I have a unique take on my characters.
As for my third question, what has been your most challenging cosplay you have done so far, or your most challenging project?
So my most challenging project was working on Velvet from Hazbin Hotel. She has an incredibly complicated wig that has prosthetics that I built in. It was 3 wigs sewn together of various colors, and as well as her outfit challenged me technically, because I don't know how to sew with the sewing machine. And so the biggest difficulty I had with her is learning to ask for help in the ways that I just can't do it. I could have learned how to use a sewing machine and do that, but I instead reached out to some friends to help me learn how to sew, as well as for them to show me the best way for technical skill on how to apply stripes to an already sewn pair of pants.
And as for my last question for today, what has been the craziest moment you've experienced out of any of the conventions you've attended in cosplay?
The most wild or spontaneous thing I've ever done in cosplay was I was walking down an aisle in Dragon Con last year, and I heard a guy playing the song, or the theme song of the character I was cosplaying, and I just started doing a choreographed dance that I had taught myself in the bathroom, and all of a sudden the guy comes out of nowhere with a camera and was like, "Everybody stop, we have to do this, I want to film it." And that was you. And
yeah,
so
I remember
he
that.
proceeded to stop traffic, pull everyone over, grab this random person with a speaker that neither of us knew, and we filmed the entire music video out of nowhere. The perspective on that, and as someone who, I've practiced that dance before. Yeah, one day maybe I'll perform it on stage, but I've never had an actual version of it. And so I was able to get that and meet new people and make new connections, and it was so much fun, and it was so random, and there was just a crowd of people around me. I felt like a movie star.
Oh my goodness. You're going to make me blush. I am so happy that we were able to record this interview and being able to see you again. Thank you for taking the time of your day to answer some of these questions. And yeah, it was really fun talking to you once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I look forward to seeing you again at another con.
Yep, definitely at MomoCon. We'll see each other again soon.
Absolutely.
All right.
Look forward to your content. All right, bye.
Bye.